All right, here we go. Jay's here again. He popped in. I don't know. I didn't really want him to be here, and he just decided, hey,
That's
I'll
right.
jump in, and
That's
that's
right.
a little bit of feedback. Um, so what have you been up to, Jay? Besides trolling me
Uh, I'm in downtown Chicago and trolling Sean G.
downtown Chicago, you say?
Yep. I'm not giving you any more information other than that.
Yeah,
I already helped you out enough.
I'm on a lifelong goal. I'm gonna find out where Jay lives. So if anybody knows Jay Alex, why don't you hit me up in the back chat so you can give me his address?
Nobody knows my address, not even the people I hang out with. Ah ah
Damn,
ah
that says a
ah
lot. That says a lot about you. You got some trust issues, don't you?
ah. My brother, my brother.
Yeah, but I definitely I wasn't sure if I was gonna go on, but I definitely wanted to because I got to get this out. We're gonna talk a little bit about that EMP drill that they've been talking about, and if it gets to it, we'll talk about some weather weapons because I hear a lot of people talking about it, and a lot of times they're not really saying so much of the truth of how it really works. I think it needs to be done. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish sharing this.
Mr. Sonji.
And while I finish this, I would like you guys to hit that like button.
No.
I don't expect you to hit that like button, Jay. I realize that you act like my friend, but for some odd reason, you want me to fail. I can feel it. I think you and
Whoa.
Madonna are on the team.
No, Madonna's actually my biggest fan.
Madonna's is that how you see it? Madonna's your biggest fan.
Yeah. You see, he was too happy to be on the same panel as me yesterday. He was like, "What'd you say, Jay? What'd you say? Oh yeah, oh
Yeah, all
yeah."
you did is all Madonna did that we know for sure is piss off Ed and him not come back.
Oh yeah, because Madonna Ed left and did not come back.
Yeah, before he went on, he went, "Nah, don't have him on." There you go, guys. I'm just gonna see if anybody wants to join the panel. Adam, I know you were saying you wanted to talk about it. If you wanted to jump on, let me know. I'm not sure how it works if I use the same number. Let me know. But yeah, man, it's uh, let me hang on. I was gonna invite Ed. I don't know if he wants to get in on this one though. We'll see. We'll try. See what's
Mr.
going on.
C.
Oh, Devil Shooter, what's up, man? Welcome. Now I'm gonna give this to you, but it can be what is giveth can be take awayeth.
What are you giving to me?
Not you. There's a guy here near Devil Shooter. I'm pretty sure he's like I think he's pretty young, probably older than you though. Uh, we're having it was actually a decent conversation about what's real and what's not. He's a Glober, but he's pretty respectable.
Sean G is not respectful.
Jeez, man. The only issue for what's happening now, Devil Shooter, is I'm kind of gonna go more into the EMP drill and some weather weapons. How you doing there, Earth?
Why are you speaking to the earth?
Because I am the little high. The most high tells me to.
Watch, Madonna gonna pop up. You keep talking like that.
All right, I'm gonna stop because you're probably right.
Yeah,
He'll just
yeah,
pop
like
up out
I,
the door.
he always does. It never fails.
Twisted Lime. I don't know if I know you.
I don't know you.
I know you don't, Jay, but I keep it that way. I want you to think you know me, but you don't know me.
Not really.
No, you don't. Everyone think I don't even live in San Diego. I live in Chicago.
You the type to live in a weird state like New Mexico or Colorado.
I would never live in New Mexico ever. You ever been to New Mexico?
No. Who is that?
I can't see. Hang
Becky.
on. Oh, hey, how you doing?
Hey,
Was is this?
Yeah, she said she wanted to. She's like she wanted to talk about it. So I was like, that's awesome because that's exactly what I want to talk about. It's kind of just making sure people in chat are good to go. Got the people I need to with wrenches. Um, yeah, I'm not sure if you guys had seen the video I uploaded earlier today. It was a small piece, but I mean, of live footage of the laser that was seen in California, dirt where the fires are. But in the bigger picture, we've been using those lasers for many many years. A few of those still photos you saw were from the Iraq War. Um, I saw a lot of stuff that was I saw a lot of stuff that was out in there for 2014. I know they've been putting them on their battleships since 2014 for sure.
really? I didn't see your video, but I saw a plain truth. So I'm guessing it's similar footage.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. It's a footage of someone that was up there got footage of they were going through the burnt areas, and as I guess they're walking, I guess it looked like up the street, but in the corner, all of a sudden, you just saw this green flash, just like go right down through the diagonal through the screen.
Yep, I saw. The ones I saw looked like a blue flag, like a blue laser
Yeah,
beam.
yeah, I think they have three, if I'm not mistaken. There's three different kinds, and then
Good
those are
job, son.
see. You see, I spy this guy right here. He's probably the biggest troll of them all.
Wow.
But I keep him
You know
around.
what, Sean? You know what? You know what?
What's up?
No, I've seen you in chat, but I've never talked to you before.
Here,
Uh, yeah, he's a special type of guy.
okay.
But it's weird because I don't think my streams ever go right unless he's here. I need that adversity.
Ah, ah. You have been removed.
Yeah, so I know they've been. I've seen certain models like this. Cause I was on Pilton for a long time. I saw them on their Hummers that they were having out there for a while. Then, but I didn't think anything. I don't even think I even realized what they were then. But I mean, they're putting them on their battle tanks. They're putting him on their ships. They got him on. They're saying they just recently started putting them on their helicopters, and that's the scary one because once they start doing that, that means they no longer need a. That means they figured out how to make them lightweight and still be maneuverable.
Wow.
Um,
I want to know why it's not being talked about though, because I see the media is downplaying it a lot. I know that, I mean, it's no coincidence at all that it's the same time that Antifa is, threatening to have all this go on. But it's like,
well,
I'm still to the point, like, is this really happening or is this something that is?
it's a drill. What it is, it's not gonna happen the way everyone's worried about it happening. I believe that the media took off with it because of the Antifa thing, but none of the government none of the government speakers documents, nothing saying that they're going to actually do it. What they plan to do is basically everyone the people that have those like handheld radios at home,
Mm-hmm.
they're actually a huge community. I'm talking huge. I'm talking in the hundreds of thousands, and they're actually in touch with the government because if something does happen like an EMP, those are going to be the only types of communication we'll have. So what tomorrow is is they want everybody with a handheld, one of those ham radios. They want them to get in contact with them so they can see what kind of link of communication they'll have if something like that did happen.
No,
Now, no.
I disagree.
Then what do you believe it is?
I think that it's supposed to be to shut it off, like how everybody's used to power and whatnot. It's supposed to be. It's kind of like you snatch the rug from under somebody's feet.
So you're saying that they're going to do it.
I think it's a possibility.
Okay, but here's the problem. If they had said we are going to do it, everybody, you may lose power for an hour or two. And then they all of a sudden we lost power for an hour or two to 5 days, say, they would be able to say, hey, something happened, we messed up, we apologize. But if they, because in their documents they're saying it's not going to happen, the public has nothing to do with it. So if it does happen, then at that point, that's when we all are allowed to, storm the White House, basically, because that would be against us.
So, okay, so where is everybody getting these reports saying that this? I mean, do you really think that they have the ability to wipe everybody out like that?
The technology, the computers and everything, absolutely.
Well, more of a grand scale. I'm saying, like, do you think that they have the ability to, like, they're saying on a lot of channels?
This is what I believe is going on right now. So just like we went into the Cold War with Russia, and we had to do the whole, nuclear drills and all that stuff. Okay, North Korea, they're not going to ever be capable of making nukes that can reach the United States. But there is a step down, but a step up. EMP is not a device that works the same way. They can get missiles to the United States, but they want to get something that would really do something.
Yeah.
So the worry now is that North Korea is going to fire an EMP over us, and that's what if they can make an EMP big enough, or the shockwave of an EMP big enough that it can take out the United States. But it's electricity; it's not killing people. I believe that's the biggest worry I think that's what's happening right now. Because I'm not sure if anyone remember about a month, 2 months ago, they all of a sudden just started talking about ground to air intercept missiles. So I honestly believe that is now their worry.
All right. So, I mean, I don't know. This is the whole, like, it's been, I don't think that the thing that they're saying about the emission of the sun, definitely coronal discharge, what are they calling it?
Well, what they're saying is because they're not going to come out and go, we're worried that North Korea is going to shoot an EMP and we got to make sure we're ready for it. Because then that brings up mass hysteria. Everything that's happening now is the media using this and the Antifa thing that is all happening to build it up. So what they're saying is just in case, what we're doing is we're doing this EMP drill because the EMP doesn't need to be a weapon. A solar flare is a form of EMP. So if there's a big enough solar flare off the sun, it could theoretically do the exact same thing.
Heliocentric
so that's
model.
their
Right, heliocentric model only, like in the model that there's no way that could actually be a thing.
See, that's the thing, because I'm pretty sure everyone knows that I kind of have there's things I think differently about. Even then, the sun, even if it's not 93 million miles away. But what's to say that the sun still doesn't set off solar flares?
Yeah, I don't think that it does. I haven't, honestly.
Neither do I.
But wouldn't the sun still be made of the same thing, even if it's closer?
Well, I don't
It's just
think
not
so,
as big.
because I saw the sun during the eclipse. I looked at the sun when it was about 75% occulted, and the sun is definitely not what they say it is. The sun, I think, is just some form of electricity. It had a whole toroid field around it of the full color spectrum. It was the most amazing thing I've ever seen, honestly. There's no way the sun is, I think maybe it's a big ball of plasma, some kind of electricity. It's not what they say it is at all. And I always thought that, but once I saw that eclipse, oh man.
Well, even then, because I don't, like I said, I don't really know too much about how that would work, but as if you're saying it's a ball of electricity, it could still do the same thing. If you jolt too much power to an appliance, it'll shut it off. It'll
Yeah.
short circuit it. Maybe that's the same thing. I'm not saying it is. I just don't know. But it sounds like something that could happen that way.
We're talking
Even
about a
if it is
substance.
electricity, they could send some kind of charge using the sun if they found a way to do so.
Yeah, but that's the thing though. I don't want anyone to assume that that's just what they're gonna do, because like I said, there are reports from the DoD that says we're not doing that. Now, of course, they're full of shit. I know it. But now, but no, but at this point now, if they did do something, it's a whole can of worms that they can't fix
So
because they
why
said
is
they're not
everybody
going to.
saying that this? And where are they getting this from then?
Everyone, it's just mass
Yeah.
hysteria. It's just the same thing. Somebody hears EMP. Um, we're going to do a drill, and they read only half the document, or only get half of what they said, and they go from there.
Hmm.
So the issue with that is they need to. Well, that's the other thing. If you go and look through the media, they'll say the government's gonna fire EMP that will affect us for 4 to 6 days, or from the 4th to the 6th. And if you don't, if you're not looking at the official DoD documents, you're gonna go, okay, that's exactly what's happening. So what I did is I went to the DoD and website and I looked it up. Now, if it hadn't said anything at all, I would most likely feel different. But because they say it's not going to affect any civilian electricity, phones, internet, nothing. Just that alone means, okay, well, if something like that does happen, then I know you're attacking us. It's not a mistake. You're attacking us. Because if they wanted to do it to us and even take over or do something like that, it'd be better for them to say we're doing it. It's only going to mess it up for a little bit, but and then do it. Because then you just don't get in a mass hysteria until you've already done it.
Mm.
So it's kind of
It makes sense.
what's to say again? It does.
I said they could say that it's from four. This is from four. I mean the 4th to the 6th, but actually make it like the 4th to the 10th or something.
No, it's 4th to the 6th. Well, that's exactly what I mean. It's from the 4th to the 6th, but everyone takes everything in the same way. What is it? What date was that, Jay? That the stars having the baby thing?
The 23rd.
Oh, that was September 23rd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's the same. It's the same thing. There was at least three different ideas of what
The
was going to
stars were
happen.
having the babies.
Yeah. Well, that's what it was.
Funny that we
So
knew what he was talking about, though.
exactly. So there was three versions of that. No one really knew what was going on. But it's at the same time, no, there was no credible source, like no, not a real credible source. You know what I mean? Like, hey, this is happening, that was saying anything. So at the same, no one knew what to expect. I don't think a lot of people really look into things. So when you walk around, you tell somebody, hey, we live on a flat Earth, or for me, before I became a flat earther, it was, hey, the government makes weather, and the first thing people do before they even say anything is look at you like you're crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So from the very beginning of when I started to quote unquote look into conspiracies, um, I learned that when you think of a conspiracy, that's only the first step. You then have to start looking into that. And the best place to start is the source of that. So the other night I had a 9/11 debate with a guy, or actually it began with a community of people who believe that 9/11 report was 100% credible.
Hmm.
So I went over there And the first thing out of his mouth before we even went online was, what are your views on the building? Do you think it's this? Do you think it's that? And I told him right off the bat, hey man, I don't do the building. I do the paperwork and I do what was said before, and I'll say something about what happened after, because there's always so many different things that go back and forth. There's 20 stories about what happened with the building and the plane.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure over time I could probably get into it and figure that out too. But it's so much easier if you, first of all, to find a false flag. The false flag is almost never the event. It's what happens before it and what happens immediately after it. So that's where the real honesty and truth you're going to find. That remember, because the false flag is what they want you to look at. They're not going to pack a bunch of truth inside that.
Right.
So when when they started talking about the EMP, first thing on my mind was, okay, well, they're not going to shut everything down for 2 to 3 days. This doesn't even make sense. We have a blackout, and it lasts 8 hours. It's serious. Because if it goes past 8 hours, then we have what we call here in California a brownout, which is when all the electricity is out for more than a day. And those situations are bad. Like that's when gas stations start shutting down because they lose the pressure in the tanks. Stores all shut down because they can't keep anything fresh. So to do that, it just seems insane to me. So the first thing I did was I went to DOD and I want to see what their plan is. And clear as day, it says it has nothing to do with the public. We only want to make a network of these CB handheld or CB homemade radios, so we have a connection around the world. And to me, that means if we get an EMP attack tomorrow, we know the government is literally attacking us. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Okay, Shy, how about this? If we get an EMP tomorrow, you owe me $500. How about that?
Yeah. Just jump in a car and come get it.
No. Well, we could.
You can't wire it. Putting it up and down.
Just hit me up on that bank account.
I mean, well, I could just get it whenever they decided to turn it back on.
On the 7th.
I'll meet you back here on the 5th.
Yeah, okay.
So that for me, that's where that is. And then, like I said, once it goes past that, it's just me, theorizing what could happen. And I honestly believe that North Korea is having a little bit of trouble with their nukes. And we've probably got some kind of intel about EMP. We know China has EMP, which they're not using it for the same, but we know if they get their hands on it, they probably would use it for that. Now, I know someone in the chat said that the whole North Korea thing is fake. The problem with North Korea being a false flag is the fact that we've been going at it with them for over 100 years. It's not like a new thing. It's not nothing like that. So it's definitely a concern you should have, because it is a real situation that could happen.
Not like a new thing. It's not.
Hey, how you doing, man?
So,
yo, what up?
it's definitely
Go ahead.
a
You gotta
concern
unmute.
you have,
What's
because
up?
it is a real situation that could happen. Not like a new.
Say,
There is a masked man on the panel other than me.
do you feel like there's a problem, Jay?
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Your mic's mute still, Earth.
It's a real situation.
Oh, what's up, guys? Yeah.
Not like a
Hey,
new
doing, man?
thing.
Hey, have you heard
Masked man
have you
on
heard
the
about the possible energy weapons that people think that used to take down 9/11, the towers?
Not or somebody. I think your Earth. You need to mute your YouTube. I don't know about that for the 9/11, but I definitely know that we do. We have the one thing I've been kind of saying in ins and outs is that they have an earthquake weapon. They definitely do. They used it in 70. No, when was the I have it in my files. It's the 2010. I want to say Haiti had an earthquake. We've on record they've done it off the coast of Eureka. They've done it in a place somewhere in Asia. They did it, and it's on record. But an earthquake, what they call the earthquake gun, is 100% real. They have it. They use it. Um, they actually got it from something they've been using for probably 100 to 150 years. When they're looking for for oil deposits and natural gases, something the same thing. They use a frequency to bounce it inside the ground, and if you get to where a pocket is, it gives a reading off. The same thing that they did that is now amplified. Harps, they got a 3.9 million megahertz or whatever weapon. That's the earthquake gun, basically. While we're chatting, I'll go let me find it so you guys can see.
That they moved HARP underwater? I heard that.
They're moving HARP on the water. So what they're doing is HARP has those ionospheres, the heaters. They say there's 5, but there's probably 50 of them made and ran from different companies that piggyback off of HARP. So where people are saying HARP is also gone, doesn't exist anymore, that is 100% wrong. HARP is always going to be the top dog in that situation because they're the ones who brought the technology. There is other technologies that they're coming up with right now. They're using the Doppler radars. They're using them to build up plasma rings because they want to be able to do the same thing with the ionosphere they're doing here. They want to do it to higher up. That's their plan. My apologies, because I'm kind of...
Sorry, I forgot to unmute my mic. Why are they doing that?
Doing which one? Oh, okay. Better yet, when they started, because just understand, they've been doing these type of weather weapons and working and researching these things since early 70s or late 90s, or early 70s, late 60s. So it's nothing new. It's just new to our ears. Is basically what it is.
Are they like? Do they work with the spraying programs doing chemtrails?
Yes, same. I'm not going to say the same department. It's the same thing. Put it this way: the chemtrail thing is probably the least of our concerns. When they started this, their main objective it's always been to be able to use it as a weapon. Now, obviously, they're not going to use it as a weapon right off the bat. So that's all the testing, all the chemtrailing. As of right now, they're doing stuff like where is it? Right now, the biggest thing they're doing right now, as far as I know, is trying to 100% control the UV rays that come in, and also they're trying to they're not trying, they can, but they're trying to perfect controlling hurricanes and tornadoes.
Now, do you think that Irma is controlled? Like they set that up?
So we've had 18 hurricanes this season.
Wow.
I honestly believe 13 of them were from these programs. So I'm going to share the file I'm talking about right now. So this is the earthquake gun. This file is literally from. Hang on one second, guys.
What was that?
My bad. That was my son.
No.
So this is a document. This is a binding document. I can go to the website I got it from and show you that it is legal binding. From WikiLeaks. This is the earthquake engineering program. This is from where does I have it labeled? March 1973. This is for earthquake engineering research proposal FJ 7009. Also leads to TCIA agreement to be signed April 11th with the starting date May 1st, 1973. And it's basically inclusion with the Japanese. I believe, if I remember correctly, the Japanese have an earthquake gun. Russia has a lot of what is it? I think it's like I believe they're able to control the weather better than we are. Not hurricanes, but rain, drought. So it goes to all the spectrums, from rain to clouds to cloud removal to big storms, uh, hurricanes. What they're doing with hurricanes, and I know I have a video. I gotta find it though, so you guys will have to bear with me. But basically, what happens is what they say is they send these planes out when a hurricane is still a tropical storm, and what they say is they're testing the air, they're testing the wind patterns and everything. Realistically, what they're doing is spraying the special stuff they have. That's like I don't know what it is. I have no idea what the document it is for it, but basically what that does is it amps it up. You can't control it, but once it hits land, that's when they've been able to control it a lot. Like they know exactly what to do when it hits land. I think they've been working on doing this in the Atlantic for a while now. If you guys look at the past 3 hurricanes that we've had, they've all come in from southeast, traveled west, and then they've all made U-turns. Now, from what I've seen, I've never seen a hurricane make that a type of U-turn it has, and then not only make a U-turn, hit the UK, was it Philippine or whatever it is? That one actually came back. That's that one that's threatening the East Coast, I think about a week ago, or I think they may even still be talking about it.
It was an illegal U-turn at that.
You dumbass. But like I said, now's as good a time as any. I'll start see if I can find these files to pull up.
So
when it comes to, yeah, that document was from 73. So that was also the other thing. A lot of people are going, well, HAARP's only been around since 94. Well, what is HAARP? The company has only been around since 94.
When did they come out with the owning the weather by 2025 document or whatever it was?
I have that. I gotta find it, but I believe that was drawn up in the 60s, 70s. I think late 70s they drew that one up.
Because I don't think that there's any coincidence that this Geostorm movie came out just now either.
Absolutely not. I think that's one of those, I can't say for sure, but I believe it's one of those we have to tell you type things.
Yeah. Yes, that's exactly what I think. I said that recently. Like, I think that they have to tell us things. I think that it's up to us whether we figure it out or how they tell us, and how it gets directed at us doesn't really matter. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the subliminal messages and the subtle hints that they drop. I think that they just have to do that.
Yes.
Like it's hard.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure why they would have to do it, but I do know they have to. Or under, I guess, their guidelines or something, from what I've heard, it's like just the way they roll, I guess you could say. Where is it?
Geostorm has a 5.7 out of 10.
Wow. That's
So
horrible.
what, is it a storm across the whole planet or what?
Yeah, I didn't see it, but I do know from what I've read that meteorologists aren't very happy with the authenticity of it. What's this one? Okay, well, it's kind of the same thing.
Come on, Sean. Take
dude,
it day, Sean.
Yeah, I'm about to boot your ass. Anyway, this is just another document that I had. This is from another document from 73. This is where their proposal to start controlling the ionosphere. I know we've been working with like Argentina since the beginning for this stuff. I know we used a lot of our training missions down there for that reason alone. Let me find a better one, because I have a video. I don't know, who was I talking to? I was talking to somebody. there's been a few times where countries, yeah, it was, I think it was you, countries have actually came out and said, wait, hang on, time out. Go to band trolls, just ask for Sean, he will hit you. Hey, Adam, what's going on? I suck ass at paying attention to the chat. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, Truth Seeker, everyone you see with a blue troll, I know. And I don't really know you too much. You have zero content, so I'm gonna need you to show up a little bit and say hi in other places because I'll be damned if you have control over who I ban and don't ban. But back to what I was saying.
No hate.
There's a lot of countries that have. Do you know him?
No.
Oh, okay, I thought you were saying.
I'll be damned if
I know.
control over who I ban and don't ban. But back to what I was saying.
Is that you, Jay?
There's a lot of countries that.
No, that's not me.
Oh, I think you got to do your YouTube thing. But basically, I know the earthquake in Haiti. There's one in somewhere in Mexico, and the leader actually came out and vocally said how pissed off he was, and he knows that the United States is responsible for it because of their weapons. That one. This isn't my fault. I didn't exactly think I was gonna, do the whole thing, but now that I'm here and I'm doing it, I feel compelled. Here it is.
Shall I
So,
say?
hang on, let me get this. I don't even know what you're saying,
I got you.
but I'm gonna go ahead and ignore you. All right. So this one is the video. It was actually a news story about they had the earthquake. Do you guys remember the recent earthquake in Mexico?
Yes.
Yeah, with the lights in the sky, yeah.
Yeah. Hang on, because I know you guys can't hear it right now. Figured that part out. Realize you guys can't hear anything unless I turn it off, my headset off.
I can't hear it. So do you think it's the HARP weapons that they can do earthquakes with?
Say again?
You think they're using HARP to do that? That same style of weapon?
It's part of the research. I got to remember that everything HARP does the technology, and then they sell it to a company. So DARPA was the one funding that project. So the U.S. military, owns that now. But they've been doing that from the beginning. So I believe HARP is more weather. More of the weather stuff. I think they had a part of it because originally what they were trying to do is figure out. When they did that, they were trying. That weapon wasn't originally made to do that. The weapon was made to find oil deposits. And I think, what happened was when they first came up with this bigger weapon or bigger version of what they had already used, some scientists used it, and there was actually an earthquake in Oregon. They made an earthquake with it, and that's when they realized how big it is. And that's kind of where that's when I think everything went apeshit, and that's when they realized what they had, and they went, okay, let's build this up and let's make it big.
So HARP's supposed to supposedly uses microwave radiation, and it sends it up into the ionosphere, right?
Yes.
And that heats it, and in turn changes the currents of the like for weather and shit.
Yeah, it can make so their big thing what they're doing right now is they'll shoot these high frequencies into the ionosphere, and what it does is it charges the particles, heats them up, and it makes rain. It makes those huge storm clouds.
Okay.
So what they were doing before was the cloud seeding. Cloud seeding, when it first started, was okay. We have clouds. Now we put these iron molecules in it, basically, and they'll connect with each other, and they'll mix with everything else going on, and it will make moisture, make all the molecules combined with each other. Then they realized if we pump way more into it, that storm will be more violent. And that's when they started going into, well, if we go into the ionosphere, then we have more control over the atmosphere of that storm. So when we started, it was add to it, strengthen it. Now it's control it, and to do that, you have to have control of the atmosphere around that storm. So now that they did that, because they were doing that in the early 2000s, now what they're doing is they want to be able to physically move a storm in the direction they want it to. The way you can do that is for Harvey. I talked to a guy. He's on here, and I keep forgetting his last name. He basically is like the king of HARP research. I basically what he's saying is when Harvey hit, and I think there's probably 1,000 along our southern coast. There's just dozens and dozens and dozens of them. The steam treated plants. So when they everything's built up, the exhaust is steam. Basically, they pump the crap out of those things. I know you guys have seen the videos of the NASA facilities in Mississippi. That engine they test when Harvey, no, Harvey or I think it was, it was Harvey. When Harvey came, what they do is they normally test it and run that engine for 5 minutes at a time. When when Harvey hit land, that same day they ran that engine for 20 minutes. And I'm pretty sure you guys have seen it. It's the one where the guy goes out there and talks about it, and then they played that annoying ass sound so everybody would leave, the noise pollution, and then they made a nice little rain cloud. Um, the way the guy explained it, because he had a stream today, uh, there's 2 or 3 in Russia. No, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go to his website. It's Climate Viewer 3D. Now, what you're gonna see is probably the most insane proof, and insane realization of what is going on, because this guy over the past, I believe, 20 years has been trying to figure out and map out where everything is, and he's pretty much the closest there is to being able to find all these places. So go ahead and just put that up. Okay, so yeah, and that guy's super cool too. So if you ever had questions, he live streams and everything. Um, and I'm not gonna lie, this is probably my favorite part of this whole thing. There you go. So basically, I mean, he maps out everything. He gets people that go out and give them back the coordinates, everything. As for everything that is HARP, we're talking the heaters. Now they say they only have 5, but these are all the heaters. Like I said, they're from other countries as well. So it's the one in Alaska. You know, the one they say that's all shut down and doesn't exist anymore. So every red dot you see right now is a HARP heater. for what is doing the ionosphere. See, this is a different company. This is Supra. This is like the little company. This is like an outsourced one. This is one of the small guys, but they don't play. It still does the same thing. Of all of them, the biggest one I've found so far is the Japanese one. This one is probably 10 times bigger than any of the ones that we have in America. We're looking at that. So what they're working on now also is shooting lasers to control weather. These are the sites that do that. Close this one out. Wrong one. All right, here we go. So these are all right now. These are all the laser and directed energy
Oh
systems they
my
have on
God.
the world. And these are all, every single one of them has the coordinates, has the information you would need to believe it's there, basically. So everything you pop up on tells you where it's at, tells you who runs it. Um, so this one's the atmosphere. Yeah, so this one is just another one that shoots that radar or shoots that frequency up and tells basically points to where they want the storms to start at. All right, I already went to this one. So this was the one that actually kind of made me realize how much we thought we knew, but we don't know. So the next rad, when I said earlier, sorry, the next rad are the ones that are what they're trying to do now. And this is very new. They haven't figured this out. They want to shoot plasma rays into high. They want to be able to control space, is what they're saying. And so what they're doing is they're using this technology that makes plasma rings above next rad Dopplers, the Doppler radars, the new ones. This is how many are on Earth. They have them everywhere. They know they're able to make, I think they're 50 feet by 75 feet or something like that, rings a half a mile above the radar systems that make these plasma rings. Now, like I said, I don't really know too much about the plasma, but I do know that it's unheard of, basically, to be able to make these. Um, I've seen one video. It was it wasn't a very good video, and it definitely wouldn't convince you that it was plasma rings. But at this point, from what I've been going through, I 100% realize it is.
They do that with all the
Uh,
Dopplers. They can control them
yes,
all.
yes, every single Doppler is able to do this. They don't. I don't believe because I think it would take too much power to do all of them. But that gives them the ability to have that much coverage if they needed to. I also know that they use them to bounce the harp rays, like the heater rays, those the microwave frequency waves. They use them to bounce them along. So instead of shooting straight up like you think they do, they're able to cover all our land by bouncing them off of each other as relays to keep the strength. Um, this is the one that kind of irritated me when I found out. So what happens is our cell phones, all our communications when pilots are flying, handheld radios. When you talking to them, they go to towers. Well, part of the Freedom of Information Act, or whatever the hell that act was, where they can listen to everything, record everything, is the Joint Surveillance Systems. They mainly use these to track and get all the communications between every plane and jet on Earth. So when I found this one, I was like, oh, that sounds pretty cool. Well, yeah, those are everywhere too. Well, just so everyone knows, like I said, I live in San Diego. See this little red dot right here? I'm about 5 miles from this one right here. So my plan is actually to go up there and take some pictures because it seems like a great idea, and why not, right? So this is one of the facilities. So here's the issue with it. This is an active place, yet if you Google it or you look up information on it, it says that in the 1950s, this used to be a United States Air Force radar defense uh, facility. Well, it's not. It's what it really is. It's a surveillance area. It's where they basically get all their information from FAA and their records. Now, because they say it is shut down, everything you'll find says it's inactive since '91. Now, the reason I want to go up there is I've actually been going to this place my whole life. This is like the only place that snows in San Diego County, and I've passed by this place 1,000 times, and I've seen vehicles there, not army vehicles, it's regular vehicles. So it's definitely not shut down. Um, this is another like Doppler, so it's a nice little round shape. Uh,
Wow, this is insane. Like
What?
it's one thing to know
yes,
that like other countries are fighting against us, but then to sit here and know that your own country is fighting against you as well, it's kind of, I mean, we know it
well,
already.
and that's even the scarier part to me because what I don't think a lot of people realize is that I don't believe we're at war with Russia. I don't believe this. I don't think we. I almost don't believe we ever have been. The reason for that is because of all this technology we have. If everything I pop up on, whether I know what it is or not, every single thing is in every country almost. And for that to happen, you pretty much have to kind of be friends. These are so. Whenever we were just talking about the cloud seeding, but the cloud seeding on to block out UV rays. Every single one of these points is where an airport I'm sorry, an airport or a facility that can use rays or frequencies to shoot them up themselves. So they have it covered.
Shut the fuck up. Go, bitch. Just shut the fuck up! Go! Leave me the fuck alone. I'm on the stream, bitch!
That escalated quite quickly.
So we'll go ahead and move on. Um,
He just went Super Saiyan in like 0.3.
sometimes you have to. Um, so the Dopplers, these are these are basically how they another version of how they bounce off and continue finding their points basically. Try to find some other ones. But yeah, I mean, it's like I said. I mean, I've probably spent 3 hours straight at one point at points in times trying to figure out where everything is. Um, when you said earlier that you thought Harp was in the doing stuff underwater, um, what they're doing is they want to just like an oil rig is. They want to do that with the Doppler radars in the next rads. So they're trying to figure that out. Excuse me. They're trying to figure that out basically in everywhere they can to uh to um to launch them from. Those ones I actually have a picture of one. I just don't gotta find it. I can't do both at the same time, otherwise I'll crash. But I'll make sure I put that up. Trying to see if there's any other really serious things that need to be looked at.
I didn't know that my mic was on. I just saw that shit on YouTube. I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. I'm sorry.
Why is it so quiet?
I was about to say, what happened to Sean here? Awkward.
You probably can't find his step ladder.
Are we doing that again? We're doing that, Jay? Is that what we're doing?
Okay.
Okay.
Now
That's
you
what we're
want to
doing?
speak.
No, I don't know what happened to
Now
my
you
mic.
wanna speak.
They're trying to silence me, man. They're trying to silence me.
He said, "Is that
So,
what we're doing?"
where is it? There's a place. I want to try to find that NASA facility.
I don't know if you heard him, but he said he said sorry because he didn't think his mic was.
Yeah, I heard him. I mean, I don't even. I'm not. He could have stayed on. I don't care. It's not like this is a children's program where a bunch of kids are going to hear it like that.
True.
So Homeland Security's fusion centers. To me personally, I can't imagine why Homeland Security would need a fusion center.
Hey, did you see that? I know this is off, but in the chat they're saying, Flat Earth Subgenius, the guy that I was just telling you I was going to attack, he got sniped by somebody pretending to be Jamaican Titan.
Oh yeah, yeah. Is that Flat Sabbath? I think.
Flat Earth Subgenius. Yeah, Flat Earth
Yeah,
Explored.
yeah, everybody. So, HSP Gang has made a Jamaican Titan name and picture that looks exactly the same. If you don't know them or you even get an itch that someone is a troll, you need to go and check their content.
Oh, I love that.
Their content will expose them if they are not the real one. And then anybody that does run a channel, I need you to email me, let me know you run a channel. I will check it, and then I will email you some information. Where else? So these are all the locations where drones are flown from that only fly over the U.S. So these all, whether you realize it or not, they're chemtrailing, they're observing, everything you can think of. This is what they're doing. I know there's a few of them. Actually, I know they actually fly quite a few of them off of Camp Pendleton. I've seen at least 1,000 in Camp Pendleton. Trying to think of anything else. Can't really think of anything else that's super relevant to right now. But yeah, climateviewer.org. I'll put it in the chat. I'll put it in the back chat for you guys. This is probably the best website I've ever found. I mean, everything from A to Z you can think of you want to find out is where and what's going on. This website is good. The guy name is Jim something blah blah blah. I forget. But he runs live streams, and I like going there because he starts talking and I'm like, control hurricanes. He's like, let's talk about controlling hurricanes. It's like perfect. It makes me feel less crazy about it. So definitely go and check that out. Hang on 1 second. I had a good throat clearing that time, so I didn't want you guys to have to deal with that. I have a lot more stuff on the earthquake gun, but I don't have enough figured out yet to present it. Oh, Adam, it wasn't pretending to be me. It was pretending to be Jamaican.
Yeah, that was my fault. I said that. I said that it was a fake Sean, but that's my bad, y'all.
No,
it wasn't him. I had just
question
sent
everything.
both of them.
But no
No,
matter
this
what,
is the
question
fake
everything. Yeah, CJ, I'm gonna hurt you, man.
No, this
So
is.
if I'm a fake me, then I should be sniping you, right?
I'm the
But
fake me.
I do not have Patreon. I do not have a PayPal. I don't feel credible enough to do that yet. In time. I don't think I'm ready for all that yet. I don't want that responsibility. What'd you say? What'd you say?
I said Sean is not ready. Sean is not ready for the millions.
I am not. You never know. I could take it and it just disappear. I don't know yet. So I want to be more. I want to have more information that I could definitely show you. And I don't feel like I've done enough for the community yet. But soon, maybe. I hope.
Right. If you want to support Sean, buy him a stepladder or like a.
Well, we're trying to get Jay through kindergarten. And sippy cups.
I'm trying to get through kindergarten. I mean, hey, it's a progress.
Hang on one second. All right. But in the basic run of it all, everything you've heard about weather weapons and weather manipulation is 100% real, and that's what we know of. These are stuff people have been able to find out, and documents we've been able to find. We can only imagine what they don't have in documents yet, because I believe what the government absolutely doesn't want you to find, they can easily make sure you don't. I don't mind if he has a wrench. Really, I can easily take it away. And the only thing he can really do is unban people that have been banned in here already, and I can easily handle that too. And I only give my the hangout to selective people. The guy who came in and came out, I actually do know who he is. I've been on a panel with him before. We'll get into that later. But he is a cool guy. But he is what I understand fully why he was masked. Put it that way. So, in a nutshell, everything you guys have basically heard in the hearsay about weather and stuff is true. All the hurricanes, most of the hurricanes, I say, have been controlled. You can normally tell these things because if you look at the history paths of hurricanes, they don't make U-turns. It just doesn't happen.
Especially not illegal ones.
Exactly. They do not.
Because they already know the cops are just sitting there with the radar gun.
Yes.
It's like a police hurricane.
No, it was crazy because the other day I was actually looking at I was doing some little bit of research, and Hurricane Philippine, there was two other hurricanes that were forming, and all three were sitting next to each other, which I have never been able to see in records even happening.
Good job.
So yeah, it's pretty crazy. I do know that this whole time I probably looked at the chat maybe twice. So if I haven't covered everything and you have questions, you can go ahead and throw those at me. I apologize that I haven't been watching. While you guys are doing that, I got a couple more files. Hang on one second. Bill Hicks Jr., you're fine here, but you will never in your life experience a blue wrench here. I promise you that. I'm sorry, you're a known troll that just hasn't been an asshole lately in here. But you're never gonna get it ever, 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 ever,
Why not?
because he's an asshole. It took me banning him and unbanning him 15 times to get him to stop talking shit in the chat.
Maybe he just wanted to play Pokemon battle with somebody.
He definitely needs a friend.
I used to play Pokemon Go.
Uh-oh.
Wait. With your kids or without your kids?
Without.
Well, sometimes they were there.
I'm not gonna lie. I tried that one time, and you know what happened? The first time I tried to get to the little dude, and he disappeared on me. I went, "Nope, that's not gonna happen. Not doing this."
No, Sean, look, the game might have recognized you as a Pokemon. I don't think
Yeah.
you disappeared.
Oh, you are wrong for that.
Hey, Bill Hicks, this is what's gonna happen. I'm going to ban Jay, and I'm gonna give you his wrench.
Hey,
And then when you see him in the chat, Bill, I want you to ban him.
You know what, Sean, if you keep doing that, I will catch you. I will download Pokemon.
Jay, I can't hear you. Jay, speak up. Jay, you there?
Yeah.
I say it. Go ahead. Okay, you're done.
What are you up to?
I didn't do anything. It's cool. Don't worry about it. So like I said,
you want to play these games.
I do, but it's also my stream. I could do that. So I mean, now that
don't forget.
Jay
I'm
is
in
the new
hill
Madon.
right now. You don't.
Oh God.
I'm in the hill right now, Sean. You don't want to do this. You don't want to do this. I'm in the hill right now.
You're what? I'm sorry, people. Jay has obviously lost his mind. I don't think he's slept in a while.
I'm in the hill right now. You don't want to do it.
Yeah, go ahead. Snipe me off my own stream. I dare you.
You don't dare me.
Oh, I do dare you, because if you don't think that my other account is sitting in that bat check waiting for you to do something like that, you've lost your mind.
Other account? What do you?
Yeah, that's right. You know my UFC shit one? It's always ready. Always ready.
I don't see. Look, Sean. Look. Listen, Sean. It'll just be easier if you just simmer down, Pokemon.
Simmer down, Pokemon.
Just simmer. Just simmer down. Because
your hateful. See, your hateful words aren't necessary in this chat.
Look,
we're all just trying to hang out, be nice.
Basically, what this is I got a gun pointed at you, and you got an alternate account pointing the gun at me.
Yeah, you know how that ends, right?
Yeah, me ducking and shooting that alternate account afterwards.
Dude, you gotta watch some more movies, because it doesn't work that way.
No, I think it can work that way.
Okay, so back to reality.
I am the movie.
Oh, Jay's like, hey, ban me. I get it. I get it. I know. I understand, Jay. I don't want to, but the other half of me wants to.
Sean, that is not nice.
It's not. It's not nice at all. That's how I roll. Can I get back to the chat, man? Does anybody have any questions so I don't have to talk to this guy anymore?
No, you have to talk to me.
All right. See, I got someone asked a question, and I don't know what. Jay, hang on. I'm glad you remember my handle. Wait a minute. I got an issue.
Something's
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Nothing.
Hang on.
Something's happening.
I'm fact checking something right now. All right. Because I don't remember ever in my life wrenching Flat Earth Accord music, but I'm assuming Flat Earth Accord has changed his screen name, and I had not found out until just now.
Yeah, that was flat Earth Accord.
Yeah. But I just never seen the music one, so I was trying to figure out why it had a wrench. But then I realized if you change your name, you still get that wrench still. As long as you don't change the whole name, you can add to it. Jay, I've been known
Something's
to.
up though. Something's going on.
Yes.
Because
Okay. Let me explain real quick. So, me and Jay have issues. We do on occasion snipe each other from our own streams, other people, but he got serious issues with it. So, what I need to done is him to relax.
I'm relaxing. I'm just
Okay. Just checking. I just wanted to make sure. Now, I'm going to make something very clear, and I'm going to make it very clear to the world. The one thing I
Yes.
do not like, and it's probably just me, but I like to run my ship very safely, right? The one thing I did not do today is I definitely didn't add you. So I'm going to need you not to do that ever again.
He said, "I'm gonna need you not to do."
Now, if what's going to happen is going to happen, I would like you to hurry up and do it so we can restart my stream. Because I seriously don't like. Yeah, I didn't give out that link to that guy, so how he got it pisses me off. Now we can continue to do this, people. But like I said, if you're going to come into my hangout uninvited, I promise you there's not as many people in this panel as there is sitting there waiting to snipe you. So do not ever come into my chat unless you are invited. Please and thank you. No, I didn't give that guy the link, so therefore he should not have ever been inside here. The problem he has is, like I said, I know Jay has at least 2 of his snipers waiting for people like you.
Yes.
And I have at least 1 waiting for you. So we see you coming into my stuff, so don't do it again.
See, that's what happened when they tried to snipe me. Like, I can see when you're coming in. Like, I've been around the block a little while, you know? Like, I know when you're trying to snipe me, I'm going to catch your ass. Karen caught it that time. Like, I saw it, and I was about to boot him. Karen beat me to it. Like, but then they had the link. I had to restart.
So if what you need to do is you need to make another account. So if you go to the back chat right now, Ispy, what you'll see is probably three people that obviously aren't here. But those 3 people are watching for when people pop into the back chat, because they have to pop in the back chat, then they have to get in here. But by the time they get in here, those 3 have already seen him. Facts. And they're by that time are already being removed. So it doesn't really work out for them. Once they get in here, they still need time. So if you can catch it fast enough, it doesn't matter. But because I don't run OBS, I have to take these measures. My OBS is 3 snipers waiting for trolls to come in and get sniped. Yeah. And that's just the way I have to run it.
Now, that's why you don't have to name, but you can hire a security team to come in and pretty much.
The funny part is I think I really want to do that. I think there are channels that need
something going on in the chat too. I think you shouldn't have gave that dude a wrench. That Star Lord. I think that person was just playing with you. I think that's a troll.
Which one? No, the truther one.
Yeah, the Star Lord, whatever.
Oh, well, if I see him again, then, or watch this. This is the best part. Bam! No more wrench. Oh, I was gonna take his.
I don't know who that is. Do you know who that devil shooter person is? Thanks for mod. That's all I got to say. I was thinking that might have been the same person. So I don't know. People are. No. I haven't streamed in so long, and now that I streamed today, like the trolls have gotten worse. Like they're getting out of control, man. This is ridiculous.
So in the chat, I'll run it through right now because I've seen it all and I know every single one of these. Whether I've seen them before, I can tell by the names who they are. So this one right here, Twisted Time, that's a troll. Bill Hicks, I think we all know who Bill Hicks is.
Yeah.
He's calmed down a lot, but no one trusts him enough to give him a wrench. Who else is
He's always been cool to me, but I've heard some stories.
Yeah, Devil Shooter, he is a Glober. He's 100% a Glober. He hates, he doesn't hate Flat Earth, but he would love to just derail it argumentatively.
On it.
As for troll wise, I don't know yet. But he's young, and I don't think he's here to mess with people like that. This one right here, this Shawn Michael one, should not be here, but he's okay, so don't ban him. Bill, hang on, Bill Hicks, did they? No, obviously they didn't ban you
Can
because.
y'all hear me?
Yep.
Crap.
Yes.
I gotta go. I'll try to come back in a minute.
Okay,
Or
no
if
problem.
you start another one, I don't know. I'll just watch. But
Oh no,
I gotta
they're not
go.
gonna.
I've been
Yeah, no
waiting
worries.
on this call.
No
Bye,
worries at all.
y'all.
Bye. Thanks for coming. I need to set that differently. But basically, it's who else is in here? Yeah, the Truth Seeker Star Lord. I don't know who you are, but you are no longer welcome.
Sean, that's what we need to do though. We need to
Yeah.
offer a security service to need.
I think it's a good idea because I don't think there's any wrench squad like the mod squad.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Other than that, other than those
Bill
guys,
Hicks?
we're pretty clean in here.
You just gave Bill Hicks a wrench after you said you don't trust him enough to have a wrench.
I know. I did it on purpose. I like boast. Like I want him to feel good about himself for a second. Dr. Michael Miller, PD, PhD. He is a cool dude. I don't know if he. Okay, you may have been here for a little bit. I don't know because we just got done. I went over the whole harp and harp fiasco, everything, the whole harp fiasco, from A to Z almost. But that now I am definitely inspired to go deeper into the earthquake gun, like I was saying. I just gotta get, like I said, I want to get the information from it that will make you understand it better because I don't even understand it with what I have. I gotta still look into it more. But yeah, it's a trip. It's definitely a trip how everything works that way. Um, as to anything else I can think of, I kind of just emptied my brain on okay, so here's another one. So this guy here, Darth Ban.
Vader.
No, he is what I call an acceptable troll. He comes from the MMA community. He's an asshole, but he's the type of asshole that you can't just ban. He's not a troll. He's not a snipe. He doesn't snipe people, but he loves to berate me. Now, here are my rules. Guys, you can ban him if you like. Just understand I'm gonna unban him at the end of the stream. But that is his nature. That's just how he rolls. That's not my problem. You guys do what you got to do. Yours is flat chord. Is that it's your song? It's your song, right? Pretty sure it is. So if it's is your song, then I'll play it. And if you like, I'd play it for you.
Good job.
Okay. I'll play it for you. No worries. I know you are taking your evening bath, Jay, so I'm gonna need you to quiet down while you're doing that. Yeah. No. Go ahead and mute your mic. I'm gonna go ahead and play a chords music.
Yes, ma'am.
And then also a chord. I will be putting this into my description because it is part of the show. Where is it? Oh, it's already playing. That's why. Where it was. Probably be best if I turned it up though, huh? right, that's done. I'll get the rest of this taken care of. Then I will present. Something else I got to do. And you need to immediately let me know if there's no audio because, like I said, I suck at this stuff. So I will do my best.
Cities, That's pretty good. I like that. Yeah. Anytime. Let me get this back.
Yeah. Accord. Anytime you have new music or something, just let me know and I'll put it on everyone. I'll start my shows, everything with it. As for Darth, he's a special breed. If anything, let me deal with him. I'm used to the way he talks. It is actually very acceptable where he comes from. So he may not know better. So as for that, definitely thank you, Accord, for letting me play it, man. If anybody else has anything, Jay, I know you're kind of been wrapped up with like work and everything, so you're still working on getting something out there, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
right now,
I gotta hang on. Keep going. Go ahead.
Well, right now I'm looking for something new, like a different direction. But I've been trying to work with those actors and actresses that I was talking about into making like a trailer, then advertise that trailer or like some kind of commercial or something. I don't know.
That's the other thing. I've been thinking about, because like I said, I found an editor system from my computer that would only improve once I get my other computer. If anybody has videos that you want to beef up, make it look better, or add some stuff to it, and you have time, because it's not going to be done quick. I'm more than willing to help you out. I actually enjoy doing it a lot more than I thought I would. It's crazy.
Yeah, it can be fun. It can be fun. It can be fun.
Excuse me. I am doing that right now.
I'm looking for something that I can turn upside down.
Okay. I think I'll just play this one, and if I don't do it right, everything, you can be mad at me. But I wasn't sure if you just wanted the idea of the show on, or you wanted me to actually. Did you say, Jay?
What?
I heard you say something.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't.
My brother, we are in the hills waiting.
I need to. Hang on, I gotta put because I figured it out. I have to, because I use a headset, but it's a gaming headset, so I have to make everything so it presents to it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, actually, that's exactly what I do.
Like a fool.
All right, here we go. So everything. S Love wanted me to play this. I actually hadn't seen this one. It's the Simpsons warning of an upcoming EMP. And the best part is, I believe what I saw was like, what, 4 years old?
Ooh.
Well, this one was published recently, but I saw a few of them that were 4 years old.
Anarchy, the end of civilization, coming soon to an America near you. America can't collapse. We're as powerful as ancient Rome. What would you do in the case of an EMP? Electromagnetic pulse.
A burst of radiation that knocks out every electrical system in the country.
Impending doom.
What you reading, Dad?
Honey, everything's fine. There's nothing to worry about. When things go south, the sheeple will clean out every supermarket in town. Typical sheeple. What have you learned so far from our post-apocalyptic movie marathon?
Guys who call themselves preacher or deacon are very bad. Water is money, unless gasoline is money. And even though lots of things are razor sharp, no one ever shaves.
Hollywood has taught you well, my son. An EMP? You know what that means? Ancestors.
I don't think I've watched The Simpsons in forever. That brought back memories. I like that.
That was great. I got to do that more often. Now, Jay, that was The Simpsons. They came out way before you were born. So I'm not sure if you know who they are.
I do know who they are.
Okay, just checking. Hang on one sec. Hey, Darth, I'm not sure if you realize it or not, but I've been going for a little over 2 hours now. I have done a whole subject matter before you got here. No, we're not doing any back and forth right now. I'm chilling with my fam. I'm done explaining shit. I'm just chilling right now. So I would actually enjoy it if more people had something they want me to promote or show them for them, because I'm almost to that point where everyone knows what I say, and I don't want to say it yet. So I want to give everybody,
What the about the
yeah, time to
put
so check out I know hey, check out Question Everything Love Love. She puts out really good stuff about like organic stuff, compost. It's just doing it on your own rather than trusting or having to depend on supermarkets and stuff. Shows how to do that stuff. It's really actually pretty good. I was actually thinking about doing that compost thing. The problem is my version of it's going to be probably about 20 times bigger, because there's a job site I want to do it on, because it's just I have a lot of land somewhere, and I don't see why not just make a big version of it. It'd be awesome. Anybody? Because if you don't, I'm just gonna go to Jay's stuff and steal some of his content and play it.
I got one I'm about to upload tonight. Remember the last one that I uploaded, the Japanese one?
Yes.
Basically, I reversed it and put it forward and made it sound like a whole different song, but the same song. So I'm probably upload that tonight.
That's
Hopefully.
cool.
Yeah, my brother.
Seriously, if no one has anything to promote, your guys are gonna watch me do jiu-jitsu. You know what? I'm gonna end it with that. Yeah.
Nobody wants to watch.
I know no one wants to watch
Ranger.
it. What did you say?
I said nobody wants to watch you go Power Ranger.
Everybody. Okay, well, guess what? Everyone's gonna watch me go Power Ranger.
Oh gosh.
That's right. And you know what? If you don't want me to, you can blame Jay for that.
Here we go.
Is that one of your music? Because if you play something that's not yours, I will get this post will get dropped.
This is mine.
Okay.
This is mine. Yeah.
Forget you, Jay. I'm sorry if I'm proud of what I've done in my life. And you know what, Adam? I wanted to be the Green Ranger when I was a kid too. But what scares me is that you're talking about like know what? Actually, damn it, I don't think I can play it because
What?
is I don't know which song it is, but like I get the free content songs, but there's a song that I put into what there's a single song I put into my videos that but they keep copywriting it and letting it go.
Did you put the disclaimer in the description? Because normally, if you use somebody else's stuff, they tell you to put the disclaimer in the description.
Well, that's the problem. So I have say you don't need to, but there's one that says I have to, or that they would like me to. Soon, I don't know why no one does this. I have never see commercials. So if you guys do commercials while you're on the stream, I don't even think.
Yes, I am.
What? Do you guys during my show? You shouldn't. I personally, I don't think you should. Anybody should see. I'm not monetized.
I have YouTube Red. I don't see commercial. I don't know what commercial is.
The other problem is I got so much crying what I'm looking for.
I
seriously feel like this is like a dirty drunk drawer that I'm trying to find something in.
But you can't find it?
No, I just got too much crap. I don't even like an idiot. I save everything, but I don't rename it. So it's just everything that's just sprawled out across all my files. Oh, there it is. Thank you. I appreciate that.
You weren't supposed to appreciate that.
You know what? The video has never made it cut out the better ever in its life. I'm so happy you did that. I didn't have to hear what you had to say. Exactly.
I'm telling.
Hey, and Jay, you may recognize a lot of these songs.
Yeah, I wonder why. I wonder how
I steal everything of yours. I steal all your shit. All of it. It makes me happy to do it too.
He said it makes me happy to do it too. It probably
It's weird.
does.
I feel special that when I go into your YouTube and I'm like, I want that. I want that. and I even say that out loud. It's like kind of like a kid in a candy store.
Honestly, I imagined you like this. I want that. I want that. Wait, let me listen to that one. Yep, that one too.
That's exactly how it goes there. To a T. It's great. I appreciate it.
Mr. Shot. Yeah, every day I check my analytics. I see the number one comment as Sean G. Thank you kindly.
Let me see that, let me see that ass. Let me see that ass. Let me see that, let me see that ass. Let me see that, let me see that ass. Let me see that, let me see that ass. Let me see that ass. Let me see that, let me see that ass. Let me see that, 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 let me see that.
You look like Nikki Bellic.
All right, Jay. They want to see the one where I got knocked out in the match.
What'd you say?
I said they want to see the match where I got knocked out in it. It was a no. It's a no.
Like I said, I can't get any of my footage for the cage yet. I'm trying to, but I got to pay the guy. So
He's making you pay for the cage for footage.
yeah, because they use everything for their promos, so they're very shisty with it. So let me go ahead and find that. It was a no-gi match. I believe. I don't remember if it was my last no-gi I did. It was either the last no-gi I did or the one right before that. I'll find it. It's funny too because I don't actually have it. My coach, I haven't talked to him probably about a week, and his way of reminding me I need to go back and train is he likes to post it.
Oh, you get knocked out?
Yeah. The guy went in for he got in real good for a takedown, and you'll see. But I do believe I'll have my fights, the cage ones. I'll have those probably in the next couple of weeks. Because what I'm doing is I'm just gonna talk to my coach and see if he can figure out a loophole to getting it. Keep doing that shit. Do what?
What are you talking about?
What?
What?
See, that's why you're lucky. I don't fuck with minors.
What? I'm not.
Yeah, you're lucky. I don't. Yeah, you are.
No,
I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced you're old enough to be up this late.
Oh wow, Sean, you are not. You are physically not tall enough to be up this late.
Wow.
I won.
Just remember, when I find you, that's when shit happens.
Oh, I won now.
All right, now I gotta do all this again. Hang on. Damn it, forgot I gotta do this.
Hang off, young warrior. Ouch.
And watch, I'm here for like the next week. I'm gonna be here. Hey, you see that video where Sean? Hey, I heard you got knocked out.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, "Yo, Dre,
Well,
Sean got knocked out last night."
Here's the thing. I'm not proud of it. The thing is, it happens.
Right.
You don't need sound for this. Let's just get to it. All right, it's about here.
Why are y'all making out?
Yeah. Why don't you go to a jiu-jitsu tournament and ask them that?
He said, "Why don't you go to the jiu-jitsu tournament and ask them that?"
Yep, I don't remember anything.
You don't remember anything past like once you fell? It's just like blink.
I don't even remember him slamming me. Not even a little bit.
Wow, they named it Sean KO.
Yep. Every time he wants to say, "Hey, where you at?" I get a nice little notice in my notifications saying, "Hey, you've been knocked out. Come back. You need to come train." But Corey Cass, that's my coach. I love the man to death. If you guys only knew how much they saved my life, we'll save that for another show. But yes, I have almost died, and not like the life flashed before your eyes because you tripped and rolled down a hill. No. that we'll come back with that later. But I do appreciate every one of you guys for being here, and even more, I appreciate you guys for staying and hanging out. There's nothing more I love more than doing it. You guys are my family. I'd rather die for you guys. Just remember that. Just remember, most importantly, right now, without getting into details, there are flat earthers that aren't here for our best interest. You know who you guys can trust. Keep your circles tight right now, and if you don't know, check their content. Um, I don't want to get any more detailed than that because I don't, and you probably best not to. But just stay, stay unity. That's what we need. FE unity. That's all it's about. And with that, guys, thank you. I love you, and I will see you guys soon. Probably tomorrow, early tomorrow, because I have a football game tomorrow. So thank you guys. Jay, you got anything to promote before we go?
Yeah, we all know the people came to see me.